Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Joe from GadgetryTech.com, and we are finally talking about the Stealth 700 Gen 2s. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I know I've been asked about these guys a lot, and I have been very excited to share these with you guys. So, with that being said, let's talk about the basics. It's $149.95. It's in black. They make black only. They make an Xbox version and a PlayStation version. The Xbox version is compatible with the Series X, Series S, and the older Xbox One, including the original. So if you have an Xbox One or the new one that's coming out at the end of 2020, this will work with that and pair directly to it. The PlayStation version is also $149.95, and it comes with a USB Nano adapter. That will work with the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and the USB Nano adapter is compatible with a Nintendo Switch if it's docked, or your Windows computer, just plug it in to a USB port and you're good to go. So if you're buying these because you love the Bluetooth, want something for 150 bucks but want to use it for PC, just buy the PlayStation version. If you already have an Xbox wireless transmitter, you can get the Xbox version and just connect it that way. It'll show up as an Xbox controller headset on Windows 10. So now that we've covered the differences between the two, there's not much to explain aside from the PlayStation versus Xbox. I am pleased to say the PlayStation version does have chat to game volume mix. So if you are nervous about the party chat versus game volume, it is advertised that the 700 Gen 2 can adjust that. And we'll get into the buttons in a moment, but aside from the pairing button for Xbox, they're basically identical on the PlayStation and Xbox version. Going back to build quality, so the metal band is excellent. It is not a tension adjustable band. It has little clicks, which is really nice. And I tightened the screws to see if it made a difference underneath. That's just used for assembly, but that's okay because, again, this is $150. It's not going to have everything under the moon, otherwise the price would skyrocket. The headband is very well padded. It goes all the way edge to edge and it's glued on. It's not removable. However, again, 150 bucks, the ear cups are removable, so I love that you can swap these out. Speaking of the ear cups, while we're on that, these are synthetic leather with a memory foam cushion, and it has this aero fit cooling technology. So what it means is your ears stay cool, they are very comfortable, and they are pro spec ready, which is Turtle Beach's marketing term for you can have really thick frame glasses like these Gunnars and put them on and put on a headset and not have any problem with too much pressure on your frame. It literally doesn't feel like the glasses have any extra weight on them from not having the headset. So however they set up the density of the memory foam cushion, if you have glasses and you are concerned with pressure and discomfort, these are excellent. The padding is very thick and it is not an issue. So we talked about the battery life being great. We talked about the construction quality. Let's talk about the sound and mic quality. So instead of wasting anyone's time, because I hate doing that, I know some people are here for specific reasons, especially the mic. So let's do that now. All right, now I'm talking on the microphone. And as you can tell, the microphone's great. It's omnidirectional. There really isn't any adjustment aside from just tilting it in and out, but you can't adjust mic gain. You can't make it more sensitive. However, again, for 150, a surprise feature is you can enable a noise gate built into the headset itself. You just pair it with your phone via Bluetooth, use the Turtle Beach Audio Hub app, and you can enable noise gate. So this is how I sound with the headset on. I think, as you can tell, it's more than adequate for gaming. This isn't like a podcast quality mic, of course. It's not this giant Blue Yeti sitting on your desk. So if you don't want the utmost sound quality, this is more than adequate. And what's cool about this is it still has the low latency, but great sound. If you increase the sound quality any further than this, you often introduce latency. So it's kind of a catch-22. This is great because the wireless stability is phenomenal. I'm not getting any audio dropouts, but I still get great quality at low latency. So this is really about as good as it gets for the expectation of how a gaming headset should perform. Okay, so now that we've talked about microphone quality, it's time to talk about sound quality. And now these use 50mm nano clear drivers. The Stealth 600 Gen 2s also have 50mm nano clear drivers. The Turtle Beach Elite Atlas Aeros are 150, and those have nano clear drivers. However, all three are different. I've looked at these extensively. I've taken them apart, and the 700s are closer to the Elite Atlas Aero. Basically, when you have here's a quick science lesson on speakers. If you make a cone very light, it can move quickly, and that's what's making your sound. If you make it too light and too weak, it can flex when it's making sound and moving back and forth. That's when you see a subwoofer moving on a home theater system or a car. So the solution to that is either you make the cone stiffer, which can increase weight, or you sacrifice power handling. What Turtle Beach did is they have these little ridges around the driver. So if you look really close and you pop these covers off, you'll see like little grooves. That's increasing the stiffness of the driver, which is giving you better bass response and power handling, but also keeps the driver weight down, which means it's accurate and it sounds good, and it keeps the cost down because they don't have to go this super beefy driver. 50 millimeter driver though, it has some serious bass. I mean, compared to the Astro A50s, which are double the price, these have more bass. They get extremely loud. I don't want to say they're like eardrum blowing loud, but they're very close to that. I can't listen to them at max volume for an extended period of time. I think you could damage your ears. So they're very powerful. That's partly due to the nano clear driver, but also due to this synthetic ear cup technology that they have, synthetic leather. It has really good noise isolation, so all the sound that the driver is making is getting pushed into your ear very well. It's a very efficient way of transmitting sound to your ears. So sound quality is great. Now, if you're not happy with the sound quality, another sweet feature for this is because it's Bluetooth and it has the Audio Hub app, in addition to enabling the noise gate, you can actually set custom EQ profiles. Now, there's signature sound, bass boost, treble boost, or treble and bass, vocal boost, and then you have superhuman hearing. The superhuman hearing is really, it's touchy subject for some people. Some people hate it, some people love it. It does give you a competitive edge if you only care about hearing footsteps or loot crates off in the distance and you don't care about hearing like the deep bass or the high clarity shrieking highs, if you will. It just compresses it all to a certain frequency range. You'll hear the other stuff, but the dynamics are gone. What I love about the 700s, this is like one of the biggest surprises because I didn't think I would care for the superhuman hearing. There is a mix of how much superhuman hearing you have. Historically, it's just been on or off with like the 600s, for example. So with the 700, 100% is full superhuman hearing. If you want some dynamics, but you still want the competitive edge that superhuman hearing gives you, set it to 50% and try that out and see if you like it. And you'll find that there's a lot of ways you can customize this. Speaking of which, again, for 150, this has a custom EQ profile. It's a single profile, but you can adjust a bass slider, a treble slider, and a vocal slider for your mids to really dial in what you think sounds best. Now, I think the signature sound has been great for a lot of different games that I've tried it on. The custom one might be a good opportunity to look at dialing in for home theater or your phone. If you listen to certain things and you want to get the most out of your music, that's a great profile to have. So let's talk about buttons. You get two dials on here. The top one is basically locked to your game volume. So anything that this is paired to, that's your audio volume. Now, the second dial can be changed to function however you want. And what I mean by that is you can make it so it's Bluetooth volume, mic monitoring volume or side tone, superhuman hearing volume, so you can adjust how strong that superhuman hearing level is, and your chat mix. So the big one that a lot of people care about is your game to chat audio mix. So the fact that you have two separate dedicated dials is excellent. There's a mode button below that. Now the mode button is also assignable. So if you want to enable superhuman hearing or turn it off, you can assign it to that. You can also have it cycle through your audio presets, etc. There's a lot of different ways you can customize it on the app. So I like that there's two assignable buttons. Then you have your power button and Bluetooth. Now Bluetooth, the button actually has some functionality. You can, when it's off, if you press and hold it for a while, it'll turn on. It actually has voice prompts. It'll say Bluetooth enabled, pairing mode, and then you can connect to it with your smartphone. A single tap will pause your music source. There's double and triple taps. It's all explained in the quick start guide, but it is cool that there's some functionality in the button there. It even supports voice assistant for devices that support it with a certain press. So the features are there, the sound quality there is there, the build quality is there. I mean, this is rated for 20 to 22,000 hertz, so it really covers everything. If you're on the fence, I mean, here's the thing. I'm a gamer. That's really how I look at this more than like from an audiophile perspective. They're not audiophile headphones. They're not as expensive as audiophile headphones. But for a gamer at $150, it's really hard to recommend alternatives to this. The wireless performance is phenomenal. I didn't have a single cutout, and I know some people had concerns about it from these first generation versions of these with either Bluetooth cutouts or disconnects. I haven't had that problem once, and I've used them a lot since I got it, like 6 to 8 hours a day, including conference calls where I'm doing talking, and people would tell me if my mic was cutting out. So the wireless performance has been great. So from a gamer perspective, that's super important. Microphone quality is super important if you want your teammates to hear you. And then having the ability to hear everything and be competitive is what Turtle Beach has always excelled at. They really have these magical EQ profiles for every price point. Even their little Recon 70s for like 40 bucks sound great. So this just takes it to another level. You can customize it. So if the sound quality and the build quality and the battery life and the USB-C wasn't enough, now you can customize it. And again, it's $150. I really recommend it. If this fits your price range, it doesn't get any better than this, guys. I knew about these for several days now, and I've had questions on the other comment or other videos we've done about when we're reviewing the 700s. I've been dying to share these with you guys because this has been my favorite headset I've covered yet. It's just so good for the money, and it's so comfortable. Let me describe the ear cups real quick. If you ever like go to a friend's house or a friend's car and you sit in the chair or a couch is way more comfortable than you expected, like it instantly changes your vibe and how you're feeling at that moment. You put these on and this memory foam is so soft, and I don't even know how to describe it. You get this, it's a nice cool sensation. It just kind of slowly settles in and hugs your ears. It's really something else, and for $150, it's better than some of my much more expensive headphones. So they really knocked it out of the park with the design. I can't be happier with the performance and the ability to customize. I'm a nerd, so being able to change everything I can change to make it mine and perform the way I want it to is phenomenal. So I can't recommend it enough. I feel confident in telling you guys this is the right headset for $150. I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. This is ridiculous. It's so good. I hope I answered any questions you have. I know it's hard to cover everything in a video without losing people's attention. So if I missed something, I apologize. Do not hesitate to ask me in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to address any concerns. Thank you all so much for the support. Our channel has been growing a lot lately, which helps us get more stuff for you guys. I'll put links in the description below if you want to purchase this through Amazon. It's not like a special link through Turtle Beach. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but it does help support the channel if you purchase through us. If not, by all means, purchase wherever you can find a good deal because these are ridiculous. Anyway, guys, please subscribe. We get a lot of good stuff coming out. As you can tell, we have some audio gear that we haven't released yet. I'm going to be covering those soon too, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.